The ANC has opted to go with the government of unity. They say that is what they have on the table at the moment. And also, MK Party seems to have a change of heart about engaging with the ANC of Ramaphosa. Let's talk about it. Hello, welcome to Entertainment Golo, and this is your girl Missy. Please do like this video and subscribe to the channel. So Cyril Ramaphosa last night finally, okay, after hours of waiting, eventually made his announcements and said that the ANC currently has an option of going with governments of national unity. So he asked all the other parties to come on board with them, to come sit down and see if they can be able to come to some sort of resolution, right? So he says that the parties will be the parties that had like majority of the votes, that being the EFF, the DA, the IFP, the PA, and the NFE. Yes, the MK party was not mentioned, but we'll get to that in a second. So, governments of national unity will actually be implemented if all the other parties do agree to come on board with them. I do feel like, in my opinion, all right, that the ANC actually went with this option because they kind of felt like it's going to stop all the negative talks, all right, especially with a lot of people insinuating that there might be like a possible collision with the DA, right? So they felt like it's safe and also just to keep the peace within the country as well. I do feel like the ANC wins with this option because they did not want to make a decision in terms of the all the parties that they want to go into collision with, because already there was a lot of talks that the ANC will actually be going together with the DA, right? And there was already a lot of negativity towards that, a lot of parties opposing that, also the public as well. So there was like a whole lot of unsettlement with that. So maybe they decided to actually go with this option, all right, just to secure peace on the land. That's how I feel. And unfortunately, also in them trying to preserve peace, there are also parties that are totally against it. So Julius Malema did express that he is definitely not up for this. So this is what he had to say.
No, there was a story of government of national unity. Rena Sernau Mandela. We don't do government of national unity. We don't want it. So we want coalition. Don't want government of national unity. We will end up with wrong people.
Yeah, so Julius is definitely not up for this, okay? And also, obviously, this will only be implemented if all the other parties are in agreement. So, spokesperson of the Mkhonto Sizwe Party, all right, Tutlamulo Ndlela, had an interview last night on SABC about having a sit down with the ANC. So, he says that nothing has changed about basically their feelings towards the ANC. He says that they had not received a formal letter or invitation for them to able to actually like have a sit down, although they've had engagements, all right, with some members of the ANC party, but it has not been formalized. So they're literally just waiting for a letter to formalize everything. However, there's also talks today that apparently they are meeting today, so maybe they finally got that letter. He says they're willing to go in there with an open mind. So I guess they probably have a change of hearts with sitting down with the ANC of Ramaphosa now. Now the interviewer asked like that question. So like you guys are now willing to sit down with the ANC. I mean, after everything that y'all had said, that you're not willing to engage with the ANC of Ramaphosa, right? So he went on to say, yes, but we are going in with an open mind, right? So our thing is that with the ANC, they have not implemented the policies that they have set to implement. So as long as they're able to implement those policies that they had proposed, then we're willing to actually like go ahead with them or work with them or go into collision with them. Along those words or along those lines. With some of the questions, I kind of felt like he was like deflating, you know, because I think they probably do have a change of heart, but then again, they don't want to come across as probably not knowing what they're doing or anything like that, right? So he kind of deflated a lot with the questions when he was asked, especially when he was asked like about the conditions that they're willing to sit down on, right? And he just went to talk about how the votes were actually being rigged and stuff. For me, I did not get an answer to that. And then the interviewer also asked him, then are they or have they done anything about it, So he was saying that, yeah, they are still like kind of like in a process, like I don't know, it's just like a lot of words that just didn't make any sense to me. But the interviewer was like, okay, then we'll talk about that when the matter is at court. So it seems as if like what I got, from his demeanor and from what he was saying but also not saying is the fact that the matter is not even at court, right? Um, yeah, it kind of sounded as if just like he's just talking, but there's no action, or maybe he probably doesn't want to let on in terms of what they're currently doing behind the scenes. I don't know, but it was a little bit shaky for me, okay? It was a little bit shaky for me. But we're gonna see. We're gonna hear later on. Hopefully, we do get to hear what was decided later on with the sit down that they are going to have or having right now with the ANC, if it is true that they're actually having a sit down today. But yeah, so if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and please do leave your comments down below. What do you think, alright, of the government of unity, all the parties coming together? What do you think, or should it just continue to, or should the ANC continue to go into a coalition with some of the parties? They just have to choose the parties that they feel that they can be able to work with. We are at tricky moments in this country right now. Okay, please also don't forget to subscribe to the video. If you're watching from TikTok or Facebook, please do follow, like the video, and also share. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.